So this is a one of the commercially packaged Reaper bones that part of the bones line that they already had out. I went down to my local gaming store, picked a few up. I also ordered directly from Reaper to get these. I have already painted up one of these ghost models, so I'll go ahead and crack it open here and show you a little bit what you're going to be getting. I think the package that we'll get will have our models in little baggies or something, if I remember the video right. But yeah, basically this is what you get. Really nice sculpt. It's very bendy, as you can see in the video here. So once you get your models out, get an old toothbrush, preferably one that doesn't belong to your roommate or to your sister or brother or somebody you don't like, or maybe you can do it, I don't care. Get some soapy water and just go over and lightly scrub the model. You want to get any kind of release agent or anything at all that could possibly be on there to keep this from sticking, and make sure you rinse it really well after you're done scrubbing. Then just you can set it out to dry, or just take a hairdryer to it on low setting and dry it off. This looks like this is one of the Cthulhu wizard types. I can't think of what it's named, but basically I use a Privateer press base. It's one of the round lipped bases. I think that's a 25 millimeter. And this is a 40 millimeter, I think, Privateer press base for the troll figure that I got in that same shipment from Reaper. Another really nice miniature, kind of bendy, just like the ghost. And this is the Minotaur. What I do with these is I'll glue them down with some like Zap A Gap glue or super glue, and then I'll take and put a little bit of Elmer's school glue on around the base, and then just dip it into some sand or ballast or something to give it a, you know, an earthy look. I'll take a tool or something and spread the glue around to make sure it's, you know, spread out nice. And then I'll just take some like dark primer. If I like this one here, I've just taken some dark primer and gone in there and primed the actual base up first, so I could kind of get an idea how it was going to look. I think that's the bugbear. So I paint primarily with Vallejo Model Air. I actually use all different kinds of lines. You could use Vallejo Game Color. They have a really dynamic color range, a lot of vibrant colors in that. Vallejo also makes the model color, which you'll find a lot of nice military colors in that line, and one of my favorites is the Privateer Press, the P3. That paint really goes down smooth. It's finely pigmented and it covers in just a couple coats. I do have some Games Workshop colors. I really like their metallics, like bolt gun metal and mithril silver, or whatever color they're called now. I also use this orc shade hide, or orc hide shade, and I use trying to use up the rest of my inks that I had from the old school stock. So upon closer inspection of your models, you're going to see that some of them have mold lines. I personally like to remove them. You don't have to. It really depends on what level of paint job you're going to use. Oftentimes I'll take a hobby knife and I'll find where the mold line is, and I'll just lightly scrape it. The problem with this type of plastic, as opposed to like the pewters and other types of plastic that like styrene, it doesn't want to come off that easy. So sometimes you may have to use like a little emery board or like a little emery sand stick to get it off. It's a little finer. On some of the stuff I even had to use I got this little diamond file that I use, to take off some of the rough stuff. It's really just kind of a matter of your preference. If you don't mind having a mold lines, then don't sweat it. I wouldn't really worry too much about it. But I like to get rid of all the mold lines. I don't know if maybe it's an OCD thing or something. As far as primers, before you put any kind of paint down, you want to get yourself some kind of primer. This is a gray Krylon that I picked up at Walmart. $3.50 I think is what I paid for it. I also like to use blacks or browns. This is a Tamiya primer. It's a fine surface primer. Now you're going to pay about $11 for it. You can usually get it at a scale model shop or online. It is really good primer, but unless you got 11 bucks to blow on it, just stick with a Krylon from Walmart. So this is one of the original Reaper Bones. This is the Purple Worm. I painted it up primarily with oil paints. If you're just starting out, I suggest you use some acrylic paints. I mean, if you don't have a lot of money to go out and buy the Vallejo stuff or the Privateer press or whatever, just run down to your Walmart and pick up some apple barrel. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the apple barrel line for whatever reason, but it's a good cheap paint and it's acrylic and it cleans up easy.